Hey everybody, it's Daddy1424.
And this is Nexus.
And we are
TMPG.
In the spirit of giving, as we approach the time of Christmas, we would like to inform you of an organization that we believe in named Global Giving.
Global Giving has been around since 2002, and they mainly focus on helping youths in localized areas using localized nonprofit organizations.
In particular, an organization known as the Heroes Foundation, located in Trinidad. We will post links in the description below, and at your leisure, you can look at the information.
We at TMPG like to give back to the community and like to support these organizations, and we do strongly believe in this one.
And now, your featured presentation.
Oh, come on! O-W-L-E. It keeps telling me I'm wrong. I know I'm right. I've tried so many times. Owl, right? O-W-L-E, right?
Daddy?
What
are you doing?
Nothing.
That's the kids' tablet.
That's not what it looks like.
How many times am I going to find you sitting here playing with it?
I don't know what you're talking about. Possible deniability? Well, I mean, since you're here, why don't we just take a moment and maybe talk about it, right? That makes sense, right?
Yeah, that does.
I mean, let's talk about the Innotab by Vtech.
Hi, I'm Mommy1424.
I'm Daddy1424, and we are
TMPG.
And today we're going to talk to you about the Innotab. Innotab. No, we won't go that route. But it has been a battle to get our hands on this, and we did. We finally got the most coveted Innotab by Vtech. Want to go ahead and tell them a little bit about how it was getting our hands on this thing?
Well, we were out shopping for some last-minute Christmas presents for the kids. We had our list. We were at Toys R Us. We checked it twice. And we were getting everything on the list, and then you actually stumbled into the Vtech and Leapfrog section to look for the Leapad.
Yes.
Well, lucky for us, that was not in stock, but this was.
Exactly, yeah. You know what, they've both been pretty hard devices to get your hands on. The Leapfrog retails for about, I think, $110.
Yeah, it's $110 average.
Exactly, and this we got for $89. I stumbled into it. My wife wanted me to pick up two devices here, and of course I ended up only getting one.
Well, we have two kids. We might as well get one for each.
I know.
He'll pay for it when they're fighting over it later.
Definitely, definitely. But you know what? While we have the tab here, it is a great device. The only thing I'd say is you see some of the devices on eBay and you see them going for $200-300 depending where you're looking, shipping costs, all that.
I would say even over $110, which is the competitor price for the Leapad.
Exactly. But I would say to you, is it worth $79 or $89? Absolutely. Is it worth $200? Probably not. Is it ever going to replace your iPad? Has it?
No, definitely not.
there's nothing that will quite replace that coveted iPad or that tablet you have lying around the house. That's just the times of technology nowadays. But
kids want what mommy and daddy have, no matter what you try to substitute.
Exactly, but you know what? It's been a great purchase. Why don't you tell? What does it come with out of the box?
Well, this Vtech Innotab comes with 8 preloaded applications. You have your art studio, a calendar. There's a notepad. It comes with 1 or 2 games already. It even has an e-reader. The age for this product is 4 to 9 years old. Our daughter's right now 4, so she's not taking full advantage of it yet, but she plays with it every day, doesn't she?
Yeah, pretty much every day. At least once a day.
She flips between the 3 now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, also there's cartridges that you can use with it. Right now we do have the Tinkerbell one, and I believe we have a Dora one as well. And then we also, can you pass me that bag? We also got this accessory for it. It's a little backpack that she can actually put it in. And there's pockets on this side for all the cartridges. There's our Dora one. And the USB transfer cable. And this is a nice little mesh pocket for the Innotab to fit in.
Yeah, and also there's another, just to show what the cartridge looks like in here. There's a cartridge in here. We actually picked her up some games. This is what the cartridge looks like. We actually picked her up 2. I'll pop the other one out for a second. So here are the 2 games. We got her the Disney Tinkerbell and the Dora. We wanted to get her more. I'm actually going to speak about the games for a bit, the cartridges. Now, while this is a great system, what it also comes without the box is you also get 3 tokens, value of about $15. And when you register your device, you can download 3 free applications. They could be books, they could be games, it could be whatever it be. Now, the games individually retail for about $4.99. That's Canadian dollars. So like I said, 3 tokens, that's three games is what you essentially get. But you can also buy these cartridges. Now, they retail for about $27.99. We found them, was it Boxing Day, right?
Yeah, Boxing Day.
Boxing Day, and they were 40% off at Toys R Us, and they came out to about $16.97 around that price range. So I was like, you know what? I know eventually I'm going to end up buying these because the capacity on what this can take, it does 128 megabyte RAM built in, or 128 megabyte storage space, and that's actually not a lot, so you can't store too much. And I know that the game's already smaller density, so you're not going to get a lot. So cartridges is obviously going to give you a better experience. So I'm like, you know what? We're going to end up buying them. Why not take that time and buy it now, right?
That's right.
Yeah, definitely. So
we're probably going to end up buying almost all the games anyways.
Yeah, probably. And that's the thing. They have a great selection. They have, what are some of the games that you've seen they have?
They had Disney Princess.
Yeah.
Well, we weren't looking for any for boys, so I don't know what they have, but I'm pretty sure they would have something along the lines of Thomas or Diego.
And I believe they have, what's the other one they have there? Mickey Mouse.
Oh, yeah, we have to pick up Mickey Mouse as soon as possible.
Coveted game, yeah, definitely. Our daughter's been asking us nonstop for that. Now, speaking of this, it comes with, just to talk about the out here, we have the speaker here, so we're going to hear your sounds. It's a 5-inch capacitive touchscreen. It does do portrait and landscape. Give me a second here. Yeah, you can see that once you switch the lock, it has a lock switch here, which actually can lock the orientation. And there's landscape. And, oh, wait, did I set the lock? There we go. It took a second, but it came through. There it goes.
I don't think it'll go upside down.
No, I don't think so. No, actually, that's a good point. But, yeah, what colors does this come in? Because I noticed it came in...
there was a blue, and I believe there was a pink.
Correct. Yeah, definitely, yeah. And some of the other things I noticed was... this is some cool features here. So, as we're building around the device here, we have the USB. That's where you do your transfer. It comes with a stylus, like a DS.
Oh, and my favorite,
yeah.
The stand.
Yes. That's a very handy device. I've never seen anything like it, and it's quite unique.
You could sit it this way. You could sit it this way. Comes very much in handy for kids. I know with our iPad and our tablet, we've had...
Wait. Can you set it this way?
With our iPad and our tablet, we've had to actually find accessories that have stands built into them or stands that you can use, and usually they're not that practical, but they definitely put a lot of thought into the structure.
Yeah, and the other thing, actually one of my favorite features they have, we'll talk a little bit about that more, is this actually comes with an SD slot. You can see where the SD card goes right here. So basically as an expandable memory, from my understanding, I believe it's up to about 32 gigabyte, which is great because like I said, it only comes with 120 megabyte built in. So if you're looking at downloading a lot of games and a lot of applications, that can definitely come in handy later on where you can store them onto the SD card, not have to worry about taking up the internal hard drive. When you were with our daughter and you were looking at some of the games, did you find there was a large selection of games and books for her to go through in the application store?
I only looked at the 4 to 5-year-old games, and I think there were probably about a dozen. Obviously, it's a new product, and more of them will come out. In total, though, I was quite amazed at how many games there are, but it's 4 to 9. You got to have games for all the ages, and they're actually categorized pretty well. All the ones for 4 to 5, definitely what she would be into, definitely her kind of her stature of learning. And if I believe correctly too, you can actually narrow that search down. So say for example, like our daughter happens to be 4 years old, and you can actually narrow down that window. So if you're looking for a game that's in the 4 to 6 range, you can just select those games and they'll come up. Or you can go to, say for example, 7 to 8, and it will narrow down the games that are appropriate for that age group. So that's pretty cool. Like I said, our daughter uses about on average an hour a day, so is it worth the purchase? Absolutely. What would you say about the build? Durable. I think it's already been dropped once, and it survived. No scratches on it, nothing like that. Now, I just happened to notice something, and I don't know if you were going to talk about it later, but I just happened to notice these two jacks up here. Yes, yeah, this is, what do we have here? We have, this would be the microphone, or it's not for the microphone, sorry, my apologies, for the headset, so looks like a 3.5 or a 3mm jack. And here, I'm not quite sure what this one is. We actually haven't looked at that one. There's another one here built in. I actually looked that up on what that is, but we'll post that information to what this one actually is in the comments below once we're able to get that information. This is where the cartridge slot would go, because we didn't get a chance to finish this. This is the power key. We have the home key, so if you're in an application, you can press the home key, come out. If you have any questions, you can press the question mark key. Your volume up and down, and your brightness key, so you can turn the brightness up or down if your, say, child is having any trouble turning the brightness of the device up or they can't see or in low lighting settings. Can I actually mention something? Yeah. I really appreciate how they color coded the buttons. The power's green, The home is orange, and well, she won't really use that one. But those two are the main buttons that a 4-year-old or even a 6-year-old will probably use. And I find that they learn really well when they know a certain color means a certain thing. Like when she wants to turn this on, no matter what, she doesn't need to read. She doesn't know what the symbol needs. Doesn't need to know what the symbol means. She'll say green means turn it on.
Yeah, and
she'll learn that on her own.
She's already grasped that concept quite well. So I mean, all in all, it's definitely a phenomenal device when compared to the Leapad. Just want to mention that, point that out actually for those who are possibly in the market. How we came to make the decision, obviously we found it and we were lucky enough to find it. But one of the first things that Mommy 1424 over here said to me was, well, what about the Leapad? What about the Leapad? You know, I don't want to get this and then the Leapad ended up being better. So I did a little bit of research, and what we have noticed is screen-wise, they both have 5-inch capacitive touchscreens. The only difference is that when you're looking at the core of the devices, is the Leapad comes with a D-pad, so a directional pad for your child to use. But I find that kids don't use that as much. This is motion-based control, so if they're playing a game and there's a car game, they can steer so-and-so. And I find that's more practical for kids than an actual arrow key that goes up and down, left and right. My daughter never uses that. Beyond that, the Leapad has a rear-facing camera, I believe, and front-facing camera. It can do video recording and take pictures. But, I mean, really and truly, how many kids are going to be running around taking pictures? Where this came in handy was with the expandable memory, and where it really came in handy was the ability to store movies on there. That's a whole other conversation because you really got to jump through hoops to get that movie on. You have to convert it to the appropriate file that needs to be read on this, and that's just a pain in the butt. We have a Mac product. It is compatible with both Mac and PC. The setup was fairly easy.
There was one small problem with the setup was I am the one that usually reads the instructions because, you know, men don't read instructions. They don't ask for directions.
That is true.
They get lost along the way and then come ask us for assistance. When I was looking in the instructions on how to get apps for the product, there was a link listed in the notebook, well, in the instruction manual. And when I typed that in, I got a little frustrated. Do you not remember?
Yeah.
It didn't lead anywhere.
I remember.
It did not lead anywhere. So luckily we went to the Vtech site and it was easy to navigate from there, but it's kind of misleading when there's a simple link and you can't use it.
And you have to download a software that allows you to take your Innotab and basically hook it up to the computer, Mac or PC, which then will basically substitute as an app store where you can buy and purchase multiple applications. You know what? Like I said, I had the 3. I had the 8. Purchased the additional 3. That was a total of 11. And I have the 2 cartridges, and our daughter's been fine. She's played every game on it. She hasn't asked for any more as of yet. We'll see how that comes over time. I guess bottom line from TMPG, does this replace an iPad?
It does not replace an iPad, but it frees it up for a little bit of time.
Yeah. So if you got projects to do, if you like using your iPad, or you just want to simply divert your child, I'd say this is a worthwhile substitute where it really comes in handy with the accessories. You know, you get a bag, your child can carry it. When we've been on our trips to travel, we've already been a couple through Christmas.
Yeah.
It provided very well with keeping her entertained in the car. You know, put a movie on there, let the kids watch it, play the games, let them share it.
Yeah, quite a few cousins, even in the higher age, 9 and 10-year-old cousins,
We're interested.
We're totally interested by it.
Yeah. Bottom line though, from TMPG, we support it. This has been a Vtech Innotab in-depth look from Mommy 1424
and Daddy 1424.
And going forward, be sure to check out our segment, Mom and Dad Know Best. Thanks for watching. This is TMPG. Take care. Peace. Love.